Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. What does your style say about you? Let me see how I look in here. Okay, what does my style say about me? Okay, I'm wearing, well, it's a Joseph Abood sweater, Henley and all of that. Well, sweater, Henley, whatever. Anyway, Joseph Abood Henley, but it doesn't, it doesn't have like a logo on here or anything. So you see me out in public, say I got these on, maybe some, just some regular jeans. They could be Levi's or something like that, and some Clarks. I always wear the Clarks. What does that say about me? You might say, okay, just a casual dresser and all of that. It speaks to, especially you dealing with women, it speaks to them. See, understand something. They are not just looking at your physicality. And I don't know why guys can't get this, but they're also looking at your style. They're trying to get a gauge of your personality. That's why I'm famous for saying women will give you a blowjob off your shoes. That's because her shoes will give you an idea about her personality. Your personality, rather. Let me say that correctly. And the thing is does it come off as a personality that turns her on sexually? But she's reading that through your style. All right, say I have this on, but I got some like wrinkled jeans or something, or just some like just regular chinos, or what are they? Just some khakis, whatever, right? But they wrinkled or something, and the shoes I got are just some nondescript shoes that'll run over. That says something as well. It's like, all of that don't match. All right, so I'm out. Now, right now I don't have on a watch. Okay, I put on a watch. Look at it, it's a very nondescript watch and stuff. It does everything it's supposed to do, and it's just very utilitarian. It's like it's not style, it ain't gold, ain't a name. Well, Relic is a name, but still. And you ain't gonna see this and think, oh, okay, that's a Rolex or something like that. But women are checking that out. They trying to read something. They'll say, okay, he's just very functional and all of that. All right, okay, let's throw something else into it. Let's throw in the glasses. Now these are Armani's, but if they see you from a distance, it's like, oh, okay. He's wearing those glasses. He's more intellectual type of tip and everything. More serious tip. It's like, but it's speaking to them, So it's like, that's something that you can really control. See, that's the thing about it. You can really control your style. You have control over it. Like, you get a lot of guys thinking, oh, it's just their physicality. And yeah, it plays a part. But how do you style that physicality? How you style, like, of course some guys think, oh, it's just face, but okay. How do you style your face? Because all part of your style is also how do you comb your hair? How do you cut your hair? Do you even have hair that you want? Or you could have a full head of hair if you let it grow out, but then particularly in the black community, having a shaved head and a full beard is a style. What does that say about you? And then, I'm not big on studs in my ear. And just real quick, I'll never do that. My mother never had her ears pierced. So I said, well, I ain't gonna pierce my ears. And that's just a thing. She never had her ears pierced and stuff. But that could still be a style for someone else. What does it say about someone? That they're hip, that they're cool. They're with it, because that's a style. Okay, like I mentioned, the shaved head and full beard. That's a distinct style, Or what if you have tats? Like, personally, that's not my style to have tats. The reason why, I actually wanted to get tats before they became popular, when you would probably have to find some biker or something, some biker place and something, in some alley or somewhere. But once everybody started getting them, I was like, no, because part of my style is to stand out from everybody else. But then another person's style might be, okay, having a strategic tat somewhere or something like that. And that means something. I was checking out one of those smash or pass videos, and a woman specifically said pass to a guy because she didn't see any. That was important. In fact, I remember back in the day, because I said I tried online dating before, and this was like the early version before you could share pictures early and stuff. And even then, I forget, how did we meet? We met through some email group or something. You know, got the number, we were talking on the phone, had no idea what each other looked like. She specifically said, hey, do you have earrings and tattoos? And I said, no. She lost interest. But that style spoke to her. You know, even the type of tattoos you have, you know, is sending a message. You're sending a signature. I've talked about this before. Every man needs a signature. You need something that says you know? Like, people see me in the polos and all of that. When I do dress up, tend to be more on a classy thing. When I dress down, you know, whatever, if it fits and is good and everything. That's a very important thing to understand. And you have 100% control over your style. What is your signature? What does how you dress say about you? And it's very important because it also will speak to certain women. It'll speak to a tribe. Like if you dress like say hypothetically you're goth, that's speaking to certain women. Let's say hypothetically you're upper middle class. Okay, the way you dress, the way you groom yourself, it speaks to them. It acts as a bait. And many women are concerned with that, especially like I said, I'm going to be talking more about social class. And stuff. In fact, I got a video coming on Monday that gives some game as far as dealing with a woman's social class. But when a woman's looking at a guy, they don't just look at his just raw physicality. They do not. They're looking at his social class. So if you get a woman who's educated, you know, she got a degree, she's maybe 2 degrees, she's a professional. She's looking for a man who's similar to that class, who what he's wearing, how he's groomed himself would suggest he's professional and everything. You know, seriously, that would happen. Or, you know, or if she's more hood, trailer park, favela, res, whatever. Okay, does how he cut his hair, does his style suggest he's in that class? See, let me say something real quick. Most women stay within their social group. They'll like, the real meaning of hypergamy is to move up in social class, but only a small percentage of women can effectively do that. Most women want a man who they can relate to. Now, at best, they'll probably go for the top guy in that class. So if the woman is straight up ratchet, she's looking for an equally ratchet man and stuff. If that woman is a professional and classy, or as we call them, say in the black community, bougie, I'm not sure what terms they use in the white and Hispanic community, but up there and stuff, well, they looking for a man whose style says that. I spoke before when I went to an upper middle class event a few years ago, and I've shared a picture of me in the Silver Fox I accompanied. And when I looked at the men there, and the women, though, you couldn't see any visible tattoos on the women. If they had any, they hid them very well, but they were all dressed classy. All the men had certain type of suits. Well, most of the men had a certain type of suits on. And there was one guy there, I got a sneaking suspicion he was there working. He might have been paid to be there, just saying. But anyway, you know, all these guys, they had on suits. They had on tailored suits. They had watches and everything. In fact, it was a funny thing. When I drove down there, I forgot to pack my watches. I actually had, for that event, because I knew what I was dealing with, I said, okay, I stopped at a store on the way to my lady friend's place. I stopped at a department store, got me a watch. I said, because I know this crowd. And I shaved all of this. I said, okay, all of this got to come off and stuff. But that was the style. And see, that's the thing. When you talk about, shout out Master Teacher BGS for breaking down the 4 basics that you need for really dealing with women. One of them is bait. But your bait ain't just what your physicality is. It's how you wearing your clothes, how you style. Because, and as someone who has studied subcultures, even to the point where I seriously consider getting a PhD in sociology and having a thesis on subcultures, all of them have a uniform. All of them have an image. shout out Kevin Samuels. And I ain't using his name just to get attention, but when he first started on YouTube, he was big on image, and he is correct. Your image says something about you. Your style, that's your image. That's the first read. Like a woman, women, it's been said, and women have confirmed this, they make their choice of a man or whether they're going to entertain the advances of a man or whatever they're going to do in a few seconds. Your style is part of it. It ain't just like, even when I talk body game, it ain't just having some muscles or looking good or being a certain height. But it's what your style says about you. What class are they looking at? How you wearing your shoes? You wearing some Timbs, or you wearing some Clarks, or some Rockfords, or something that's more dressy. You wearing some Jordans or some dress shoes. You wearing some slacks, or you wearing some jeans halfway off your ass. They are making a determination off of that. And whatever type of woman you want is going to be a reflection actually of your style. Let me say that again. The type of woman that you're going to attract the most is going to be a reflection of your style. Like if I'm dealing with women of lower class, well, I'm still not going to change it too much, but I'm going to kind of tone it down some. If I'm dealing with the upper class, I'm going to focus more on how stylish it is. The shirt and slacks are going to be ironed. The shoes are going to be shined. Oh, and they ain't going to be gaiters either. Like especially in the black community, you got the Stacey Adams crowd. That's a whole different thing, and that's appealing to a different group of women. You got to change it up. But whatever you do, it has to be your style. Like that's one important thing. Don't try to dress like somebody else. Think in terms of the women you want to deal with, and understand your style will appeal to them. That's the key thing, all right? So anyway, I want y'all to think about that, work on your style. What do you like? Make sure everything matches, make sure everything fits in with who you are, If you like a big old dude, you don't need to wear like tight clothes. If you slim, you don't need to wear like heavy clothes that don't show anything. And trust me, it'll still get somebody, but are you gonna like what it gets? Unless that's what you want. So that's always important. Or even if you just really stylish. Like I remember, I was in a mall with my sons one time, and I saw this brother. He had a thorough suit on. I was like, man, that's a suit, bruh. He was like, thank you. But what type of women are going to be attracted to that? Women who are really stylish themselves are going to find that attractive. So anyway, now that's it. I'm going to get ready to get off of here. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.